The eye might be my favorite organ in the entire human body. It's either the eye or the ear. I'm not really sure. Maybe the brain. Uh, we're going to deal with the eye here, but really just looking at the fluids that are inside of the eye. Later, we'll get into the optics of the eye, and then also we'll look at the electricity that flows from the eye in the nervous system, how the eye is hooked into the nervous system. But right now, we're just going to look at the fluids in the eye. Several things that you need to know. The intraocular pressure. Intra means in, ocular means eye. It is the pressure inside of the eye. There are two main areas. You have a fluid here, and then you also have a fluid in between the cornea and the lens. So you have a fluid here. So there are two main fluids. I'll show you what those are. The high pressure, if you have high pressure inside of the eye, that's called glaucoma. It can be caused by a variety of things. And then low pressure would lead to a collapse of the eyeball. So you can have either high or low pressure. And when you go to an optometrist, they'll check the pressure in your eye. I'll talk about the instrument that they use for that. You know, the optometrist is a really remarkable profession because often when they look into your eye, they can diagnose other issues with your body. So they might see evidence of heart issues or diabetes. So optometrists are a good frontline defense for spotting illnesses or diseases that you might not even know about yet. There are several parts to the eye. The cornea is the outer surface. It's a clear part over the eye. The aqueous humor is a fluid. It's replenished and drained. It's fluid between the cornea and lens. It is right here. It's the one that I labeled number 2. That's the aqueous humor. It is replenished and it drains. And then the lens is helps to focus light onto the retina. We'll talk more about the lens later, but it's right here. Uh, Really a remarkable thing that is flexible and it can be squeezed or stretched out and it changes the focal length. The vitreous humor holds the spherical shape of the eye. Vitreous humor is right here. It holds the spherical shape of the eye and it's not replenished. So what you're born with is what you have. For the most part. In fact, the eyes don't change shape very much. That's why babies are cute, by the way. I mean, babies are cute, I believe. But one of the reasons that they're so cute is that their eyes are so big. You know, you go look at a baby. It's like its eyes are too big for its body. It's kind of creepy too, but it's also really cute. So next time you see a baby, look at their eyes and think, gosh, those eyes aren't going to get any bigger. That's what it's got. Okay, so the vitreous humor holds the spherical shape of the eye and it's not replenished. And then finally, the retina detects the light. And we'll talk about the lens and the retina and how all that works, but the retina is on the back of the eyeball, sort of like right here, and it detects the light that's focused from the lens and the cornea. The aqueous, or excuse me, a tonometer is used to measure pressure in the eye. It measures the force required to bend the cornea. I'll show you a video, but you know, you have this, if you've been to an optometrist, this is your eye, and then they take this little device and they poke your eye with it, or it might just blow a stream of air at your eye. But nonetheless, both of those are trying to figure out what force is required to bend the cornea just a little bit, and and then that tells them what is the pressure inside of the eye. This should be an R here, tonometer. I'll show you a video that where he demonstrated tonometer on a beagle. So please watch that. It's fairly interesting. The aqueous humor, which remember, this is the fluid between the cornea and the lens. I think I labeled it as number 2 up there, is replenished. And if the drainage is blocked, the pressure becomes too big. And this can damage the optic nerve. The optic nerve takes that information from the eye to the brain. This is called glaucoma. And they produce medicines to reduce the production of the aqueous humor, or you can have surgery that will actually increase the drainage.